Hello, welcome to the movie moment. I used to just review movies here. Now I just talk about movies. This is what this show is now. So think of it as a variety show with one person and he's talking about movies. And if you don't like that, it's best to turn off the video. But no, stay, like, and subscribe. Please comment down below what you think I should talk about. So, can Mystique change her body mass in X-Men Days of Future Past? There's a moment where she disguises herself as Bolivar Trask, who in this movie is played by Peter Dinklage. And as we all know, Peter Dinklage is of smaller stature. So my question was, wait, what? Can she do that? She mimicked Wolverine, but he's of like a close enough height. You know, like in a tussle, you wouldn't know which one was which. But with Trask, like that's a complete body difference and height. So is half of her invisible? Like, I know, like, I'm trying to find like the logistics in a movie about people with superpowers. I understand, but you know what I'm saying? Like the top half is invisible and the bottom half is what we see. Like Peter, so like there's still that, I need, like, matter can neither be created nor destroyed, right? So it has to like condense. Can she increase her body mass? Can she get bigger? Is it actual muscle? What were the claws that got cut off in the first X-Men? Were those appendages of hers? Because she shrieked in pain. So did he cut off actual like bits of her? How does that work? How does any of that work? I haven't read much about Mystique in the comics, so I don't really know. But I do know the movies. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe let me know in the comments if there's a logic, like if I just missed something. Guy shooting lasers out of his eyes, people flying, controlling the weather, fucking super fast. But the logistics of Mystique's powers, for some reason, I just can't let that slide. Let me know in the comments if I'm overthinking this, or if anybody has an explanation. I'd be glad to hear it. Is there an actual explanation in the comics? Can she grow as big as Giant Man? Like, what's the extent of her powers? If she can do that, what can't she do? You know? We know that the X-Men are coming to the MCU eventually. They have to. They have to. Inevitably, we're going to see Wolverine again. Now, it might be possible that Hugh Jackman gets brought back. I'd be okay with this, but I think we're missing an opportunity to cast a different kind of Wolverine. One that's not quite so handsome and tall. Because he's like a short, hairy, squat dude in the comics. So I just want to see like interesting casting choices. So, I'm trying to think of people off the top of my head. Short, squat dudes who are well, let me look up short actors. How about that? I don't know. Like, these are all the people I'm like, I don't really see it. No, can't be James McAvoy. Well, this isn't good. Who should play Wolverine? You know, I was just look up who should play Wolverine. Daniel Radcliffe. Brad Pitt? No. Ben Affleck? No, fucking Justin Theroux. I don't know who that is. Joel Edgerton. No. John Berthel, he's already Punisher. Charlie Hunnam? No. Jason, no, he's fucking Aquaman. Tom Hardy's Venom. Stop it. Andrew Lincoln? No. Joaquin Phoenix? No. Oscar Isaac? Too bad he played, you know, Apocalypse, but like, Keanu Reeves. The people like Keanu Reeves, I like Keanu Reeves, but I don't think that that's a good pick. He's too zen. even in John Wick, he's still zen. He's not a rage monster. Wolverine is a fucking wrecking machine who slices and dices and goes into a fucking rage. I don't know. It's just hard for me to see Keanu Reeves as that character. Just looking at that list, Jason Momoa, closer. He's got a more savage kind of vibe to him, like a more beastly. He's huge, is what I'm saying, but he's also tall, and I don't want a tall Wolverine. I want a short, squat Wolverine. If he was, I don't know, shorter and squatter and hairier, then sure. But he's too tall, is the thing. I don't want a tall Wolverine, goddammit. I think Meat Canyon should play Wolverine. That's my pick.
You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you? Oh, it stinks. Nice and good.
But who's your pick for Wolverine? Let me know, because I have no idea. I've been watching WandaVision. Spoilers for this episode where this thing happens. It was Agatha all along, and we find out through a nifty musical number.
Pulling every evil string.
It's been Agatha all along.
And it got me thinking, what if all the Marvel villains had villain songs in a musical? You know, akin to Disney villains. The best way for me to figure that out is just to kind of see which Disney villain they correspond with and then just hand them their song. So let's start with the first villain in a Marvel movie. It's Iron Man. Who was the bad guy in that? That was Obadiah Stane, played by Jeff Bridges.
Impossible. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave!
On the box of scraps. I'm trying to think, because he's like a capitalist. He's money hungry. The reason he tried to have Tony Stark killed was because of he wanted the business. So Ratcliffe from Pocahontas.
Mine for the taking. It's mine, boys. Mine, Minasco.
Is a darker version of that? Maybe a mix of that and Be Prepared, because he's usurping Tony Stark, just like Scar was usurping Mufasa.
So prepare for the coup of the century.
It's brilliant. I did it. So yeah, like something like that, like a mixture of those. The Abomination. Does he have a song? What would fuck? He's the bear from Fox and the Hound, right? His full abomination form doesn't really show up till the end, and the bear isn't in the plot point until the end. Fine, that works. He doesn't need a song. Fuck. Iron Man 2. So we got Whiplash.
Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, we don't wanna go to war today. But the Lord of the Lashes says.
That's not a Disney movie. Whiplash. Fuck. Be Prepared? He's not really that memorable of a villain. This is a harder thought experiment than I thought it would be. Shit. We'll circle back to Whiplash. Thor. Loki. Loki is easy as pie. He's a trickster. Everybody likes him. He's gotta have a fun musical number. It's gonna be catchy as hell. It's gonna have a little twist of darkness to it, but it's still funny. Friends on the Other Side from Princess and the Frog.
I got voodoo, I got hoodoo, I got things I ain't even tried. And I got friends on the other side.
And maybe something like Poor Unfortunate Souls? Nah?
Unfortunate soul, go ahead, make your choice.
Both of those consist of villains making deals through underhanded means. Loki is all about being a trickster, so something like that. Yeah, I can get behind that. Red Skull. I keep going back to Be Prepared. if Be Prepared had more of just the hyenas just goose stepping, what I'm saying is something like Be Prepared, but with just more Nazi rhetoric, and maybe a little twinge of Prince Ali refrain or whatever, a little bit of a musical number that Jafar gets in Aladdin.
Prince Ali, yes it is he, but not as you know him.
Something like that. I don't know why this wasn't supposed to be this hard. I'm gonna go with Thanos now. I don't know if he'd have a song. He's too menacing. You know what? He'd be like Shan Yu from Mulan. Doesn't need a song. He's still a memorable villain. Yeah. This whole thing didn't work. Who all has songs? Ironmonger, Abomination doesn't have a song. Whiplash, fine. Loki is the only one that kind of came out like, yeah, definitely, that's who gets a song. Red Skull. The closest thing is Be Prepared. Whiplash could kind of use Be Prepared as well, because he's trying, no, he's not. He just wants revenge, but what does he want?
I want my bird.
A bird? You want a bird?
I want my bird.
Yeah, and Thanos doesn't get a song because he's Shan Yu. So yeah, that failed, never mind. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end and watching the video. If you liked it, go ahead and like it. If you really enjoyed it, maybe subscribe. I'm gonna do more of these. And also, maybe help out my channel by sharing it, and leave a comment. Any of the segments in here where I said, tell me in the comments below. Leave a comment. I'm gonna have a whole segment for the next episode of this where I just read the comments. So I think that'll be fun. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.